Good evening and welcome to the Laugh and Monkey Music Show. To Mirka from Circus of Rock. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Feeling good at the moment. Little bit excited, of course, because the album is coming out, but the normal feeling.
Well, I can imagine you've got a lot of press that you've been doing to support it.
Yeah, of course. Now it's really much promotion now to do on these weeks and many interviews and all kind of promotion things. But it's a lot of work, but I love it.
Well, it's a good project too. If people aren't aware, it's called Circus of Rock, and this is the second album. It's called Lost Behind the Mask, and it's you are the mastermind, the drummer. You put a collection of very talented singers from many bands to sing on it on each songs, and it's fantastic. Um, it's the second album came out, and I was not aware of the first, so I had to go back and listen to the second one, which is good. Kind of catch up. But I want people to check this out. This is fun. I mean, you've had everybody sing with you on the last one and the new one. I don't know how you do it.
It's very hard to say that I have a you know I have a very great co-writers on the album. So I think we have a lot of songs. We have a lot of great songs, and we can choose the song,
Yeah,
and I that we have why we get so much really good songs to one album, because we had something like 30 songs in the beginning, and we just we just got something like 15 songs to album, and I think they are all really good and catchy and melody, and they are the best ones.
it does. It feels like it could be like a greatest hits album because it's got everything's very catchy, different singers. It feels like a collection of hits. And like I said, the when you're writing the songs, are you writing in with the co-writers too? Are you writing the song with the artists you want? Like, are you contacting, you know, an artist and saying, "Hey, I want to write a song. I want you to be on here." Then you go back and you write a song with their voice in mind, or are you just writing a bunch of songs and then being like, "I think you'd be good on this one," or check these three out. What do you think?
Yeah, it's something like what you said, but the one of the main writers on the album, guy called Reed, is if he sent me one song, then I start thinking about who's the singer on this song. I have to think about a lot of keys, who can reach the high notes, who can reach the low
Mhm.
notes, and then the song demo version start to uh, it's it's it start to play in my head, and then I just thinking about who can be the right singer for this song, and then I realize it, and uh, pretty soon I'm because I have a lot of singers what I have, which I have sent messages already that
Yeah,
do you want to put on my album? And then I start thinking about that who is good for this song and who is good for this song, and pretty soon I know who's the right singer for the songs.
that's interesting because the guy who's writing some of the songs really just writing songs for them and their what comes out of them, and they're not focusing it on a certain singer, which is interesting because a lot of songs are written that way. But some songwriters that write for other people will write for a specific voice and a specific key and that personality.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, for some reason I think it's pretty easy to choose the singers who are the right ones for the song. I don't know why it's so easy, but I'm just because I hear it on my head for
Yeah,
and I know this singer sounds like this, so he has to be or she has to be good for this song. So I don't know. why it goes like that, because maybe not every song, there is no, maybe it's not so, bullseye chooses, but most of the songs are I'm really happy the singers who I have choose for them.
I think it would be fun. Like, I hate to say it's like I know, like I'll talk to a guitarist who will do an instrumental album, right? And I'll hear the album, and I like it. But used to hearing a singer in your mind, you'll hear it, and I'll be like, to me, I'll be like, oh, I think to myself, you know who would be a good singer on this album with this song? So to me, doing what you're doing sounds like fun because when I hear a song, I also think of like different singers. You have a catalog of singers and you have an original song to choose through your catalog of singers to make it fit, which sounds kind of fun.
Yeah. This is this kind of fun. Okay, sometimes maybe the read is the one of the main writers send me some demo, and he say that for this song maybe the some name some name the singer, and he
Right.
say that it would be good for this song. Then I thinking about that and I say, yeah, maybe well, maybe I ask him to sing this song. And yes, but almost all we have only these demo versions, and then I have a catalog of names, and then I start to pick up the names and who's the next one and which kind of songs I want to put put them.
Have you had anybody? You don't have to mention names either because I don't want to do that. Have you had singers that you wanted that couldn't do it? Maybe because it just wasn't a song that was they felt was them personal, nothing to do with you, or their schedules didn't work. Did you like and have to get somebody else for a
Ah,
song?
I'm I, I'm not sure. Maybe there's some, but I can't remember now. Maybe there's something these kind of things happened, but I'm not sure. I can't say the names or I can't
No. I wouldn't
remember.
want that either.
Yeah.
No,
But
no.
but maybe something like this is happened
Well, because of
happened.
scheduling, it's amazing. Sorry, let me step you. There's a little delay here. It's
Yeah,
amazing the singers, the powerhouses. You have that many great people on the albums. So to me, and knowing that a lot of these singers will go on other albums and do their own stuff and tour, and knowing how crazy scheduling is for musicians, to think that you could get that many, I would think that somebody would say, you know, brother, maybe the next album I'm on the road or I'm doing this. Like I don't think we like that person, but like the schedule this many people. I mean, maybe because of remote, everyone's doing remote recording now. It may have helped because the world wasn't like that before. But it seems like a
yeah,
scheduling a hassle with so many
yeah,
talented musicians.
yeah. Of course, it's always a hassle. Okay, I used something like 1 year to making an album, so
Yeah.
I have a lot of time, and of course, I have sent messages to many well-known singers, many of whom have also said that no thanks, at least not now.
Yeah.
But I, but I'll get to them when I start making the next album.
Right.
I'm going. Yeah,
I mean, I could see you're making this album. If somebody reached out to you and said, "Hey, can you play drums?" You're like, "I can't because I'm working on this album." So, like, and it's not personal. If you were free, you know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes it's just timing and what your head's in at that project. You know, it's not about
yeah,
not wanting to be a part of this. I mean, because you've got the phrase journey. I'm not saying journeyman, but the phrase to be a journeyman, a worker, always on the road. Because it's not just men on this album; it's men and women. It's these are all workers. These aren't people that are sitting around just doing studio musicians. These are all working musicians that you have on the album that everybody knows. These are powerhouses. Um, just released a video with Lordy.
yeah,
A lot of special things going on with it. Family
yeah,
affair. You want to
yeah,
talk about it? Let's talk about it. It's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. It's a, yeah. It's actually, I have known Lordy maybe now, and we have been friends, and okay, it was pretty easy to ask him to the video
Mm-hmm.
and So, and it's funny because my son is making music video. He made that video, and the young woman in the video is my daughter. So it is really family thing. So, but yeah, Lord, it was a funny thing because I know that lots of people it's a some of people hate Lordy and some of people really like Lordy. So it's a but I just wanted to that he's on my album because he's a really good friend of mine and even he had a so Grancy vocal sound and rusty, but I think it's funny and he's a one of the big famous monster.
Well, I think that throws off people. I think, and I like it. I like diversity on all aspects of life. I like it in friends and people. I like it in music. I like it in food. So to me, it's great to have every singer be different. Every every singer's image be different. You're not putting on polka music and all of a sudden on this because it would be a little bit of a left turn. He still fits in. He sounds good, and he sounds good. And I think what's great is that on your YouTube page or somewhere, there's a clip of him a while back talking about him singing and ruining a really good song. Which he'll be disappointed because he didn't ruin it, so he's going to be disappointed because he does a good job. So it was
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
seeing that clip, and I already heard the album, and then seeing the video, and I'm like, he nailed it. It was good. It's and it's a style of rock, and it does feel very like it's a European rock. There's a lot of powerhouse in Europe, and Europe has a lot of powerhouse metal. You can take all the genres and whatever with them, but it's always very strong and epic and power. I guess powerful is the word I think when I hear it, and I mean that in a good way, positive.
I
You
think
know,
yeah that we have a lot of these kind of power metal and powerful bands. I think that if we compare it, because in my opinion, Circus of Rock sounds a little bit more like the old style hard rock, which is
yeah,
not so powerful. So it's more classy, this kind of
right.
stadium rock
I'm sorry. I mean,
sound.
I mean the vocal. I meant the vocals. I'm sorry. I meant vocals, not the
Oh,
music.
vocals. Okay, yeah,
Very
yeah,
powerful vocals. I step back on that one because you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
As I say,
That's true.
European
Yeah,
power bands. I do think you're right. It's very much. It is
yeah,
different. I'm not thinking like that. I'm just thinking you have a lot of
yeah.
strong
Okay, yeah,
vocalists.
yeah, yeah. The strong vocals. Yeah, we have a lot. At least in Finland, we have a many great powerful vocalists.
Yeah.
So I don't I don't know what's the reason for that, but
It's got to be the weather.
yeah.
All that it's got to be all that fresh
maybe
air
maybe maybe
and not the pollution. We have all the pollution in the U.S. So maybe it's
maybe maybe fresh air. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
um.
should
So
be like
so
that. Yeah.
with well, it had to have been. I mean, so your first album was a couple years back, and around the time I think 220, right? So it was around the time. No, actually a little bit further back of COVID though. So you kind of eclipsed and overlapped. Was it easier to do the first album as the COVID time, or this time as it kind of overlapped out, or did it really didn't matter? It's just everything's online and it's just crazy anyhow.
Yeah. Actually, it was COVID time was the pretty easy to me to make an album because we had a lot of time to make it.
Yeah,
So there was anything else to do that to be in a studio or writing a song or writing a lyrics and things like that. So there was a lot of time to make an album. But now when the after COVID, so then we started to then we started gigs and everything other things. So then I have to find the time to make songs or write a lyrics and things like that. So it's more rust now. But okay, again, it takes something like 1 year to make this album. Same was with the first one. So, but but maybe it was a little bit too more rust time to me.
Yeah, but these are things that are going to stand up. Both of them. The artwork, I love the artwork. I love that. I like the name of the band. In fact, you talk about old time rock and roll. Circus of Rock reminds you of like the Rolling Stones early movie, the Rock and Roll Circus thing. It brings that vibe of the '70s, where it's got when like rock and roll was still fresh and like dirt under your fingernails, fresh, you know. So all the singers and the music is fresh, and you got two albums that will stand the test of time. Each one of these is kind of like a little piece of the legacy. So I mean, you don't want to rush it a couple months too soon just to get it out there. It's gonna be out there forever. You know, you don't want to sacrifice. Um, I'm glad that a lot of artists took advantage of the time during COVID to write. I think because nobody could travel, they had to stay home. I think if they were home on vacation, away from working, anybody was on vacation, nothing would get done for 2 years. But they couldn't go anywhere, so they
Yeah,
they
yeah,
might as well work.
and maybe it, it's possible that I haven't ever did the first album because of if we haven't been a COVID, so
Mhm.
maybe I hadn't time to make a first album. So I have to almost say to thank you to COVID because I
Yeah,
made it the first one. So that's why I have to make a second one as well. So
but now it's
that's how it
established and
goes.
people can look at it. So it's not like it's a project. It's something bigger than that now. Two albums in. So now, as the schedules change, people are going to say, "Oh, you can be like, yeah, these are the two albums I've done so far." And I go, "Oh, I want to be a part of this. It's not just a thing you're doing." You know what I mean? You're a little more. It's more established now that people's busy, so you got a little reference point for what they're going to be getting into.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
that's true. That's true. Yeah, and yeah, what I was saying. Okay, whatever. Yeah, yeah. I forgot it already. So
So, what's the plans now? With now the albums getting released, are out and released, the songs are out. What's the plan with the band?
uh, now the next plans are that we are actually last week we did a first tour here in Finland.
Mhm.
Actually, three shows here in Finland. We had a Mark Balls for was here and Mikalti from Masterland was here and we had a four or singers per show
Oh,
and
good.
we yeah we made a three shows here and it was really great first shows for surf rock and next plans are doing more shows and so I'm looking I'm yeah I'm looking for a now booking agency or promoter or whatever
Yeah.
from outside outside and who can maybe arrange some shows for us. So I really want to play these songs live because I think these songs are made for the live shows, not
Mhm.
only for the album. So this is what I
Yeah.
want to do.
It would be, yeah, it would be fun to have a tour because you bring the songs to life and, the band. So, with so many singers, do you just get a couple of the singers? Or you just try getting who you can at which dates and kind of fill it in and trade off on the songs? How do you decide on the vocals for that? One singer for some dates? How do you do
So
that?
sorry,
No,
can you repeat the question?
how do you handle the singing, all the vocals? Are you for that, like different shows?
Yeah, we have actually we had a maybe four, five, six different type of singers, and I choose them that 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 I that different kind of vocal ranges that everybody can sing the songs
Mhm.
what has that somebody else has sung them on the album.
Okay.
So I have to choose them. That there's a different kind of vocal ranges, so that we can play all songs. That I can take only the, the vocal ranges with the same key. So I have to yeah, I have to choose them. That there's a 4 or 5 different singers. That of course there's one is female. There's a lot of few songs for female voice.
Hmm.
So that's how I choose them.
Yeah, because it seems like it'd be a challenge. It's you have a lot of moving parts in this project.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and I'm all alone, so I haven't band members with me to do this thing. So I have been, the only drummer in 30 years before that, and now I am alone doing all this kind of projects. So this is really new to me. So
Yeah.
everything is new to me. All this, there are a lot of things. Everybody asks something from me, and there's a lot of things. All these interviews and things like that. This is a this is a big project to do. So
Yeah,
much
we're all
work to do.
yeah. It's I'm sure it's a challenge. So now that you've worn your hat, two different hats now, do you think you'll be able to go back and just being a band member? It won't feel like being on vacation, really. If you do a band for a while and like go between the two.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing that
In
again?
what
Playing? Do you see yourself playing with just being a
sorry,
just
can you
being a drummer?
Yeah, I speak. Yeah, drummer. Yeah, of course. I have a project as well. I play in a big, you know, metal Christmas show in every year. It's 1.5 months in every. It's arena size
Yeah.
show here in Finland, and I I played in this. I play in this project as well. So there I am just a drummer, nothing else. So I just go to stage and play drums. So it's so easy. So but at this moment I haven't any other bands or projects going on because I'm not anymore in Warman or King companies now. It's a hiatus mode. So this is not this is now only thing what I do. So
Well, it
but
feels
I
like it's a lot. It takes up a lot of time now. This one thing is very involved.
yeah, of course. Maybe next month I keep a little bit vacation, but then I start then I continue again. So, but
That'd be
now I have
excellent.
to do all these promotion things.
Any more videos coming out? You gonna do any after? I know you got one video now. Is there more planned?
No, it was only one music video and one lyric video, which came out earlier, David
Yeah.
Lehman. But there is no any other video coming out now. So
Well, it's very fun.
that's it.
It's it. It's good. It's good. I think I hope you get to tour more. I mean, I don't know if it'd be harder for you to come over to the U.S. But it'd be great if you could come over on some kind of package tour. You know.
We really try to do that. So I just there's a lot of expenses because in a band I have to be always 3, 4 singers,
Yeah.
and it's rise the coast, and but there are two possible things that I can tour. That's my plan. That's my dream. That, that
Yeah.
it happens this day. Yeah.
Give you some flexibility. You could pick up a couple of singers here in the U.S. and keep the travel down. You know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could.
Why not? There's a lot of singers in USA like Mark Balls, John Gioeli, uh, who else? Checo Soto,
Yeah.
many singers living in India. So maybe I can make a tour with them in
Yeah.
USA. Of course,
You know.
I can use because I haven't any, the official band members. I can do the tour without the, local musicians, guitarist,
Right.
guitarist, bass player from USA. Everybody else are from USA, but except me, I come from
Oh,
Finland.
that makes it
So
pretty easy. Then you just have to get one visa and a suitcase and
yeah, yeah,
your drumsticks
yeah,
and
because yeah, that's, that's how it works. Because I have to say, this is it's kind of a circus. There's a lot of performers, from around the world.
Yep.
So this is not just a band. This is a circus project, music circus. So I'm planning it all the time. So maybe someday it will happen. I really hope.
I hope so too. It's really good. It's a really good album. I want to thank you for coming on today. I want to encourage people to check out both albums. The new one is also is Lost Behind the Mask, but there's another album before it, so check them both out. Well, Come One, Come All, right? Is the
Come on,
title of the
come on.
first one. So I want people to check them both out. You know, I want to thank you for being on the show. Any last words? Any statement? Anything you want to say?
Uh, my last words is people for people buy buy the albums, spread the words, and what else? Keep on rocking.
Keep on rocking.
That's it.
And the link, as usual, for the website, the band, support them, get the merch and all everything else. It'll be underneath the show on the podcast and on the YouTube channel. I want to thank you, man. It's been fun.